Hello, my name is Irina Park.
My name is Johannes Hwang,
Today we are presenting a historical site in Korea.
which you might not have heard of before.
Gyeongbokgung was the main and largest royal palace of the Joseon dynasty and was first constructed in 1394. We are right now standing in front of Hwang Gate over there, one of the many gates leading into the palace. However, this is not the original building. During the Japanese colonial rule, the Japanese government demolished most of the buildings of this palace to demonstrate their power. Between 1926 and 1995, a completely different building was standing at this very site, a building which had a large impact both symbolically and practically on Korea. Behind this gate, you can find Kunjeonjeon, the throne hall where the king granted to his officials, presided over large official functions, and met foreign envoys. The Japanese decided to construct their chief administrative building of the Korean colony. Since Kunjeonjeon is the largest and most formal hall in Gyeongbokgung, the erection of the Japanese Government General Building on this site was a great symbolic value to the colonial rulers. The Japanese Government General Building, also called Seoul Capital, was a seat of the Governor General of Korea during the Japanese colonial rule. It was a neoclassical building designed by German architect George de Lalande, and it was a grey granite building with copper plate dome. The building was shaped as the first character in Nippon, which is the name of Japan in Japanese. Until the 1970s, it was the largest and most grand building of Seoul, and it was present during the development of modern Korea. However, today there is no trace of the building, and it seems that it has been erased from history, meant to be forgotten, despite the building's historical importance.
The Japanese General Government Building did not only serve the Japanese, but continued to be a central building in the Republic of Korea. For as long as until 1975, the building housed the National Assembly and was thus still a center of power in the new nation. Many important historical events took place here, maybe the most famous one being when the very first president of South Korea, Syngman Rhee, took the oath of office on the very steps of the former icon of Japanese power. Even after the new National Assembly was created, the Japanese General Government Building continued to serve as the National Museum of Korea, depicting the history of the peninsula. On South Korea's Liberation Day, August 15th, 1995, demolition of the building, which had grown to become a landmark of Seoul, started. The President of Korea, Kim Yong-sam, and others believed that the building was a symbol of the Japanese rule and should thus be removed. Erasing the existence of the building was an attempt to forget history, a move criticized by many that believed that the Japanese era needed to be remembered to honor those that suffered and for history not to repeat itself. In the end, the Japanese Government General Building existed for just a brief part of Korean history, but played an important role in the formation of modern Korea, a role with both positive and negative aspects which should not be forgotten.